There comes a moment in every journey when you realize the mountain you're climbing was built not from stone, but from stories. Stories you've been told, and stories you've told yourself. I want to talk to you about rising beyond those limits, not by force, not by running faster, but by remembering who you truly are. Most of the limits we live under aren't physical. They're quiet thoughts that sound like, I guess this is all I'll ever be, or I'm too late. But truth? You're not too late. You're just arriving at the part of the story where things begin to change. So how do we rise? We stop confusing movement with meaning. We stop mistaking being busy with being aligned. We start by asking one powerful question: what am I doing today that honors who I want to become? Rising beyond limits isn't about perfection. It's about clarity. It's about saying no to what drains your soul and yes to the small, consistent steps that bring you peace. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next honest step. Let me remind you, you're allowed to change. You're allowed to grow slow. You're allowed to leave behind the stories that made you feel small. And maybe most importantly, you're allowed to rise, not for anyone else, but because it's time. You've carried the weight long enough. You've doubted yourself long enough. The world doesn't need a perfect version of you. It needs the real one, the grounded one, the one who remembers you were always capable of rising. The sky is still wide, the path is still open, and you are still becoming. This is your time, not to prove, not to chase, but to rise gently, fully, and freely.